Thank you all for being here, and I'd like to give a special thank you to Ken Warden, the head of the Arkansas Division of Higher Education, who's doing an amazing job, and Mike Rogers, who everybody knows, and if you don't, you will want to, so you can see if you can wear one of these shirts too, who's our Chief Workforce Officer, and the two of them are doing a truly fantastic job helping transform and grow Arkansas's workforce and for making today's announcement possible. We're here to announce another track of hired grant recipients. 14 different institutions are receiving nearly $26 million in funding for workforce training programs across the state. A truly heroic thing. And while Ken and Mike have done heroic efforts to make it happen, none of this would be possible, and we wouldn't be here today without Senator Jane English. This was her vision that established the funding for the Hired Grant Program nearly a decade ago, and thankfully our entire state has reaped the benefits of your vision and your hard work, and we are so incredibly grateful for your leadership and dedication to this program. Thank you, Senator English. When I was still in campaign mode and running for governor, Senator English and I met for coffee, and she brought in about 87,000 pages of documents to go over with me and plans and things that she wanted to see happen. And she has been a tireless advocate for workforce and workforce training here in the state, and we're very grateful for everything that you've done. I can't imagine that there's anybody in this room who hasn't heard at some point in our lives that education is a lifelong journey. Secretary Oliva talks about it every single day and about the on-ramps and off-ramps that we have when it comes to education. A lot of our high schoolers now complete certificates while they're earning their diploma, and they come back a few years later for more credentialing. They may even come back a few years after that for an associate's degree. We all know that education is not a one-size-fits-all approach, and that's as true for higher ed as it is for K through 12. The Hired Grant Program is all about making those on-ramps and off-ramps possible. A few years ago, Hayden was a 10th grader at Greenwood High School when he took his first robotics course. Most of us know a kid like Hayden. They're smart, they're good with their hands. He even built a computer at his house. During his robotics class, Hayden learned about a program offered by the University of Arkansas at Fort Smith. Thanks to the Hired Grant, he could take college-level courses starting his junior year and at the same time start an apprenticeship at ABB, a multinational company with a motor plant right there in Fort Smith. Hayden quickly signed up. He spent his first 4 periods as a typical high school student. Then he went to UAFS to take college courses. And then for 3 hours, 4 days a week, he actually worked right there on the factory floor. Hayden went on to attend UAFS after graduation, where he completed his engineering credentials. Today, he has a great job right there at ABB doing what he loves in the same area that he grew up. That should be possible for every young Arkansan in our state. If you're driven and if you're interested in a specific subject, Hired Grants will put you in the fast track to a great career. And they're great for companies too. Business leaders tell us all the time that they need more workers, and not just any worker. They need skilled, hard workers. So if you're Dassault Falcon Jet here in Little Rock, or U.S. Steel in Osceola, or RTX Raphael in Camden, or any of the number of companies investing in South Arkansas lithium, Hired Grants will help you build the workforce that you desperately need. I'm so thankful for the hard work of our legislators and team members at the Division of Higher Ed who have made this possible. And I want to thank the recipient groups that are joining us here today. The Hired Grant Program has a great track record thanks to your hard work, and it's why we're continuing to invest in it here today. I'll now turn it over to Ken Warden, who can talk more about the process his team went through to select these awardees. But thank you for your presence here today. More importantly, thank you for helping us build the workforce that will make Arkansas competitive in these highly sought-after sectors, and for letting us continue to be the best state in the country to live, to work, to raise a family, and to run a business. Thank you so much for being here today. Ken, come on up.
Wow, it's a pleasure to be here, Governor. Thank you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for all that you've done to support this process in higher education and workforce. Secretary Leva, thank you for your support. Board Chair Grayson Bigger is here. Thank you for all you do to serve our coordinating board. Our higher ed team is here. Mason Campbell, Dr. Tina Moore, Tracy Harrell. Dr. Moore, your leadership on this was just unbelievable in the work that we did. Governor, you know, your leadership put the workforce cabinet together. And what that did was empower us to work across state agencies to ensure that we made the most impact with the dollars we had for the state of Arkansas. And we leveraged that and braided that together with Mike's help and Secretary McDonald's. We aligned to one single state workforce strategy. And that hasn't always been the case as I've watched Arkansas make these efforts and grow. But I'm super proud to be a part of this and what we did to leverage these funding sources to be efficient and effective with the resources that we have. Grant recipients, thank you for the innovative work that you did to showcase your institutions, leverage your resources, reach out to your K-12 partners, your industry partners, your community partners. You know best what your communities need right there. And through this process, we were able to serve a lot of communities and touch all of Arkansas. And so I'm super proud about that, these innovative applications that we received. These grants are a win for our state. It's a win for our employers as they're going to have the talented and competent workforce they need. And it's a win for individuals and for families because it's going to enable them with more skills, enable them to earn higher wages, which is what we want. We want opportunities for all Arkansans to prosper. So I'm just blessed to be a part of this, Governor. Again, thank you for your leadership and guidance and to put us in this place where we're able to make the most of the state's resources. Congratulations to all of you who are receiving awards today. And I'd like to welcome Mr. Mike Rogers, the Chief Workforce Officer to the podium. Thank you.
It's pretty incredible to be able to speak to a group of passionate leaders who are building out the future of our state. The work you've done up till now is amazing, and the empowerment that comes, all the investments, making the right decisions. I was visiting with Josh and Marcus before this. It's like the dog that caught the car, because now you've got this massive responsibility, and I want to elevate that because I've gone from maybe being the Chief Workforce Officer, I've kidded about being the Chief Disruptor, and now I want to shift in the role of Chief Evangelist, because this is kingdom-building work that empowers hardworking constituents of Arkansas to meet their God-given purpose. And I think about the verse that says, "My people suffer and perish for lack of knowledge." And it's our job. It's our job to cast a vision, to inspire, to motivate, to give passion, and the resources, because too many Arkansans have enrolled in a school that's not represented here today. And that school is called the School of Hard Rocks. School of Hard Knocks, that's the one. Maybe there's rocks on the way, but the School of Hard Knocks. And college is hard, technical school is hard, but how do we get this place where we're creating a menu? You can order off the a la carte, you can have an entree, you can have the buffet, but giving people options. And it's a great thing because it may lead to a degree, we hope that it leads to sustainable income generation that allows for the potential to pay mortgages and to buy houses, to get the cars, the things that can totally shift not just economic development in a region, but celebrate a person for what they're called to do. And that excites me. I wake up so often at night praying about, Lord, there's so much responsibility that is entrusted to us as leaders in Arkansas, and how do we make the most of it? We can get so dismayed and confused, sometimes distracted from our day-to-day activities, the bureaucracy, all the legislation, the things that we have to do, we want to do, but we often trade that in for the thing that motivates us to bring hope inspiration, and to create lifelong learners that can lead to potential. So this work has been, like I mentioned the first time around with the Track 2 side, is the idea of the business decision. It's been an agreement. Where do we invest? I can tell you up front, we didn't invest enough, and we didn't invest enough in the right places. It's a start, it's the beginning, but this can't be the end. And money doesn't solve the problems. It does not take the place of walking through life with people, meeting where they are, and helping remove the barriers to fulfilling their purpose. And so I'm excited to know that you're here as investors in people, that you are providing leadership opportunities for Arkansans to take a 1-week class that will lead to a career, that 1 week can come into a technical certificate, that TC can come into a degree, and keep moving people through the sustainability, because Arkansas is vested in the commonwealth of hard work, ethics, innovation, entrepreneurship, but bringing all that together through this entity, no pressure, go forth to do great things, amazing work, and I pray the Lord's anointing and favor over you.
I know I'm not technically next. Tracy, come on up here. But if you're not fired up after that, then nothing is going to get you excited about workforce in Arkansas. You did such a good job. I almost feel like we could take the offering after that, but we won't. But we're giving it out today instead. But thank y'all so much. Tracy, if you'll come on up. Mike, what a great job. And I think you can officially add Chief Evangelist to your title here at the office as well.
Okay. First, we have Arkansas State University Beebe receiving $2.3 million for precision agriculture. Accepting on behalf of the institution is Dr. Jennifer Methvin, joined by Dr. Jason Goodner, Kelly Diudo, and Chuck Wisdom.